There have also been fears among public sector workers that salaries may not see any increases anytime soon, although there have been some assurances from the government on the matter. As the Finance Minister Designate faced the appointment committee yesterday, negotiation of wages within the public sector was one of the questions that came up, as well as government plans when it comes to settling of judgment debts. Listen.
There is no definite determination as is expected under the Labour Act of Tripartite. Some understanding on public sector pay, whether adjusted upwards or maintained, that is not conveyed in this particular budget statement. So it appears to me that public sector workers and civil servants, local government don't know their fate yet. How come it's missing? Because I know since 2014, 2015, we've worked out a strategy where it allowed you to have sufficient time to including a determination of the minimum wage. What's your thinking on compensation generally post-COVID, and in particular an their fate? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed for that. Mr. Chairman, you notice that we have had a relatively peaceful environment during this time, and that's because the two ministries have made a special effort to create a partnership of labor and employers, which enables information sharing and understanding of where we are going as a government. And I think we have kept faith with that. And so, Mr. Chairman, I can assure you that we are clearly aware of the level of salaries that we have for our people. We also know the impact on our revenue, and by all means we'll strike a balance that is sustainable to support us. So let me assure you that we would not compromise on fair negotiations.
So will there be negotiations?
There has to be negotiations.
Acceptable growing of judgment debts, all of it occasioned by an act of omission or commission on behalf of ministers of state. They commit the state and then abrogate contracts. The phenomena of judgment debt. What do you intend to do about that as Minister for Finance, should you get confirmed? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I think, as a corollary to the expenditure commitment issue would be a situation where you don't even get there because it can't even come through. But even with judgment debts, I think we have tried very hard to even renegotiate after the court's judgment. So yes, it's a leakage that we are very aware of and would like to blunt.
That's about wages of public sector workers and judgment debt. So how much do we owe as Ghanaians? And to what extent is the computation of those debts accurate? That's something that Mr. Oforiatta has been talking about. He's also been given details of how much funding has been advanced by the Bank of Ghana to the government of Ghana.
The fact of the matter is that when you read the document, the fiscals, you would know what our debt liabilities are, and that is a fact. The question for any nation, is to determine how best we manage it. It's not, and we had argued with the international community that this is a special event, and until such time as we know the full cost of it, we are not going to add it together. We have moved to a point, as I've explained to you, that we are going to do, but never was it not disclosed.
When you say you don't know, in both your budget 2020-2021, you attribute 21 billion as responsible. Why are you not adding that to total debt? It is known and is disclosed. What liability is it? And whose liability is it? We need to know.
Mr. Chairman, I think we could go on through this ad nauseum. The question is, was this disclosed? And it was disclosed. Could you add up to come to a summary? You will be able to add up to come to a summary.
So your position is that it's disclosed but not added?
Is there a new normal? There's a new normal. Have I told you how we are going to be doing it? And I've told you that once we are clear on that by the third quarter or fourth quarter, that will be normalized.
How might the Bank of Ghana finance government for the fiscal year ending 2020? Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I think there was some anomaly. We did a 10 billion asset paper with Bank of Ghana.
So beyond the 10 billion, any other commitment from the Bank of Ghana to government that you are aware of?
Mr. Chairman, that was the main transaction.
So as far as you are concerned, only 10 billion was the amount the Bank of Ghana financed government. Is that correct for our record?
To my recollection.
And any figure to the contrary will mean otherwise that you are not candidate to this committee?
No, it doesn't mean that, Mr. Chairman. It means I'll check on that number and let you know.
You didn't check before coming? Just 10 billion. I know for a fact that it's not 10 billion.
Well, I think people have been talking about 22 billion, etc.
Not people. You are Minister for Finance and Minister for Finance Designate. What are the numbers? How much did the Bank of Ghana finance the government of Ghana? When you came to borrow the 10 billion, you referenced the Bank of Ghana Act and the limits within as a percentage of government revenue in the previous year which could be used for that purpose. How much did the Bank of Ghana finance government? Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I will stick to the 10 billion. Any explanations of other, I'll get to the House.